Merry Mate and welcome to Jupiter's Radiance. I'm Taylor and we are getting started with our third week in February. And so I really wanted a spread that supported that time that we're really entering, because it's a little bit in between the season of love and we're focusing more a little bit on our dreams and really what we want out of ourselves and the future. And so we are going to follow that by also using our dream cards today. As always, you can use any cards for the spread that we're going to do. But let's go ahead and get started with this spread for turning our dreams into reality. Merry meet again. So here we are. It is a diamond spread, but we start 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is going to be a lot about the big picture, what the dream itself is. So you can really use this for interpretation. As you're going to see, these are more affirmation cards, and so each of them is going to have a little bit of advice and a little bit of insight, and you still kind of get to decide a little bit more about what it means to you and how it affects your dream moving forward. With that being said, we do have our second card here is all about what is that first small step to take, because a lot of times when we see the dreams as the big picture, it's hard to imagine exactly what we need to get to that next step. And so this is just a little bit of advice on moving forward. It is not meant to shift your reality so much yet, but meant to help us again get into that, well, to get the dream into reality versus shifting us so thoroughly. And then we have essentially where it leads to. So as you take this action, what exactly happens in regards to your dreams, and how is it kind of working together, and how is it evolving into this more realistic space? And then card 4 is going to be more about what you don't really have any control over. So it's not really an active step for you to take, but a little bit more about possibly compromising and seeing more about what it means for that dream to actually be manifested into current life or future life, and what that may look like a little bit more. And it also may just be some encouragement as well. I think a lot of us suffer from anxiety, and a lot of times it's really hard to, let me rephrase that, sometimes we try to use control to overcome that anxiety. So this card can also maybe just be some words of encouragement. It just really depends on what you need in that moment and what's coming through. With that, let's go ahead and get started with our collective reading here. So card 1 is gratitude opens the door to all the good life has to offer. Be grateful often for what you have, and you will receive more to be grateful for. So this right off the bat is letting us know that in regards to our dream, we are already kind of really in a grateful space and in a hopeful space for our dreams actually coming forward. And there's a little sense of here of like, do we deserve it kind of situation. And so for this big picture element of the dream, it's kind of like, how do we take this notion, this idea, and actually be living it throughout our lives? So we have our card number 2. We attract what we are, therefore dreaming is a journey within. What inner beliefs are still restricting you, putting you down, and making excuses that that hold you back from your dreams? So opening that door a little bit more. So we started off with this gratitude, and we already kind of hinted on it, the space of like, oh, do I deserve this? Is this enough? And so that first step is really just reflection and allowing yourself to see you and your dreams a little bit more objectively and kind of think, why not me, is going to be the bigger takeaway. And then kind of what comes from that is, don't force things to happen when you want them to happen. Let things unfold when you and the world are ready for them. Be patient. So even though this active step of reflection, it's kind of letting us know, like, you don't need to, like, just you thinking about it and opening yourself to the idea is more than enough, because then you're going to be stepping more into your flow of alignment, but also your flow of receiving. And then now, what do you not really have control over? So if you could create anything you wanted, what would it be? Journal or sketch your creations on paper. Start to believe you have limitless possibilities to create in this world. So this really is giving us that encouragement, because this is kind of a way of like going back to what we said around anxiety. This is kind of letting you know that this part isn't as crucial to actually the dreams forming themselves. This is more crucial for your own state of mind and your peace of mind. and to allow yourself to just be more open. And if you need an activity because you can't control the waiting or the thinking, then allow yourself to create and let that creation be what it will be. Don't try to force anything is the key element here. So I hope that there was some good insights here for you guys. It definitely seems like we're able to kind of sit back and be ourselves and recognize that we do deserve more within this life. So I hope you're having a super dreamy week and seeing more of your goals come into fruition throughout not only this week, but this month and this year. I want to thank you all for being here, and I also want to ask you to like and subscribe if you are enjoying these weekly spreads. Be sure to comment below if you're using any of your own decks, what insights you may be getting for using these spreads, and feel free to ask any clarifying questions, or if there is a certain kind of spread that you're wishing to see that is really supportive to you during this time. We're very open to it and we love discussion. So with that, we'll definitely see you guys next week. Blessed be!